What is up, guys? What's going on? You know, all that jazz. It's Panda here, and we are back for some more. Don't take it personally, babe. It just ain't your story. I don't know how many times I have to tell this woman that it isn't her story, but she just doesn't seem to understand. You know, I may have to try a different approach on this. Now, today, excuse me. I have three things to tell you. Three important things, at least. The first being, I apologise for the noise in the background. That is, of course, if you can hear it. This time, it is not the fan on my laptop, because I am now recording on a desktop. Thank God. This time, it is the fan in the background, because it is currently at the temperature, precisely... hot as balls degrees Celsius, and if I just convert that to Fahrenheit, let me just yep, then minus the 2 divided by 3, take away the 1. Yep, that's still hot as balls degrees Fahrenheit. So it's hot as balls right now at 10:26 at night. It's freaking hot. So, yeah, if you can hear the fan, I'm sorry. If you can't, then I just ranted on for nothing. Number two important thing. I found this website in New Zealand that imports drinks and snacks and shit like that from overseas. Well, from America and Britain, to be precise. So, I decided today to indulge myself in a Dr. Pepper, because I have never had one before. So, without further ado, let's get into it. I have to admit, that was a really good can opening right there. That was one of the best so far. So, 10 out of 10 would open again. There, here's my first taste. Okay, that's... Mm-hmm. Yep. Alright. It's certainly different than any other cola I've had. That is, if you actually call it cola. I don't know if you actually specify Dr. Pepper as cola, but it's different. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's definitely different than anything else I've ever had. I can definitely see myself going back for more. If anything, it tastes a tiny bit too sweet for me, but hey, you know, you can't have too many sweet things in life, because hey, I'm already here, so you know. And number three, today is probably going to be a short episode, because one, it's 10:30 in the at night, and two, I'm not going to have time to record over the weekend. I will be away for the whole time. I'm sorry, guys. I know all the weekends recently I have been away, so I haven't been able to record and all that sort of thing. But funny enough as it is, I do have a life outside of YouTube, and I have to tend to it sometimes. You know, such as this weekend. I'm going away for my friend's 21st birthday party. We're going, sort of doing like a road trip camping sort of thing, so I've been organising all day for that, and yeah, I thought I'd finally get some time now to record an episode for you guys, because I can't leave you with nothing for the weekend. At least take it this way. Alright, let's get some ESP going on here with you guys, alright? So I want you to not have seen this video until the weekend has arrived. And you're going to know this because, you know, I'm sending you ESP thoughts right now, you know, extrasensory perception. Not ESPN, that's a sports channel, don't worry about that. ESP, right? So, you know, I've told you this, you know, you're receiving this on Friday, alright? Here's you. Oh, what is this? What is it? Is this Panda? It's hang on. Yep. Right, got it. Okay, he's telling me to not watch his newest video, even though it's already uploaded, until Saturday or Sunday. Right, I've got it. I've got it. Yep, okay, that's good. Okay, so that's what I want you to do. Alright? You're not going to need to see this video until the weekend to know that I told you to not watch it until the weekend. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, those were the 3 things I wanted to talk about, and I've probably just wasted about 3 minutes of your life that you are never going to get back. And I'm not apologizing for that. You know, because that was some great 3 minutes. Alright, let's get into it. Last I remember, we killed a girl. Pretty much, because we ignored her or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, still, there's nothing I can do. Class still goes on without her. What do you think about the ending, Kendall? Kendall, I'd really like to hear your thoughts. Well, I thought it was good. It ends on an effective note and makes a strong impression. Plus, the repetition of the body count works well for it. Did you think that worked in the other parts of the novel too? Perils. It helps keep things structured. Good point. Any other thoughts, or anyone else? She sits down without any further word. Charlotte raises her hand and I pause before calling on her. You know, the worst thing about it all is, I find myself thinking, even though Isabella's gone, it's hard to even notice the difference. It doesn't feel like the dynamic of anything has changed, with her gone. So she was one of those kids that sits in the back. See, kids? Right, listen to this. This is good advice. This is solid life advice right here. Alright, you need to make a stand. You need to make yourself noticeable in life. Otherwise, people won't even notice that you're gone when you really are gone. Just like Isabella. Oh yeah. Hey, do you want to go see a movie this Saturday or something? No big deal or anything, I'm just wondering. Oh yeah, I'd love to. Let's talk about it at lunch. So, is it my turn to host the party this weekend? I don't know, I think you've been kind of a bit of a bitch lately, Taylor. I don't think anyone wants to talk to you. Frankly, I wouldn't go to your party. And don't call me frankly. How utterly horrible is that? That's pretty horrible. Why didn't I read my message? End of chapter 3. Ugh, time to take a drink of Dr. Pepper. I have to say, it's quite good. It's growing on me. However, I've heard people talk about Diet Dr. Pepper, so I may have to try that. You know, maybe it might be a little less strong in taste, or I don't know. I'm gonna have to try it and share my thoughts on that as well. I'm sure you'll be really anticipating the awaiting my response on the Diet Dr. Pepper. Don't worry, video's coming out soon on that one. I'll do a video response and uncanning. I mean, it's not an unboxing because it's not a. Okay, just get along with it, Panda. All right, you're dilly-dallying. You have to start the next unit in 2 days. The Shakespeare class for this year. I'm looking forward to it even less than I normally would. It's really last minute, but I threw out the whole lesson plan I had prepared. I'm supposed to be teaching Romeo and Juliet. But somehow, I don't really think the class is really going to be up for studying a play that ends in suicide. Ooh, you might be right there. I struggle to put together an entire lesson plan for something a little more light-hearted than that. Oh, you look really happy there, Charlotte. Was it Charlotte? I think it's Charlotte. I'm pretty sure it's Charlotte. I'm going to read this message from before. KK. Right, all that just for a KK. Okay, that just about wraps it up for this unit. I hope you've all learned at least a little bit. I'd like you to note that the syllabus has been updated. We're going to be doing Twelfth Night next, not Romeo and Juliet. Your libraries all have a copy of it already, but your homework for tonight is to not read the script. Don't read it at all. Don't even look at it. We're going to be watching the 22 movie version in class tomorrow. Because theatre is meant to be seen, then we'll look at the script. That's all. Strange. I normally get cut off by the lunch bell ringing. I guess I must be getting better at my timing. Alright. You can all go for lunch a couple minutes early. Nolan approves of this homework. As do I, Nolan. As do I. Wait, why aren't we doing Romeo and Juliet? Is it because of Isabella? Holy shit. Oh, someone's caught on. Akira? You? Huh? Yeah. There's a loud clamour as everyone leaves the classroom at once. Same as always. And same as always, there are students staying behind. So Charlotte, Akira, and it's just Charlotte and Akira because Isabella's gone. But lately, it's been less than before. Oh, how did I know? Wait, no, not Akira, Kendall. Hey sis, I can't stick around today. Ms. Myton wants to see me like now for some stupid reason. I'll see you later, okay? Of course, it's not a problem. Good luck with her. Yeah, I'll need it. Laters. I guess it's just us then. Yeah. I take out my own lunch and start to eat quietly. Charlotte does the same. An awkward silence hangs in the air though. Oh, I didn't press that. So... yes. She stops uncomfortably and I can tell she wants to say something but can't bring herself to. Nolan, I'd like to apologise for treating you so poorly earlier. It's just that things have been really rough for me and I took that out on you. Sorry I was a jerk. I really want to be on good terms with you again. Can we talk about it, please? I really want to put this behind us and be friends again. Okay, not right now though. I'm with Akira. We can talk later. Nolan, that was kind of a dickish move. I mean, Taylor just kind of apologised to you pretty deeply and you just kind of just, with Akira. You can fuck off until I'm ready to talk to you. Dick move, bro. Dick move. Anyway, I'd like to thank you people for telling me to skip the 12 channel shit, because I really didn't want to read it. She stops uncomfortably and I can tell she wants to say something but can't bring herself to. I already said that, and I didn't realise until I'd said it fully. So, how is 12th night? Is it good? She's like sweating nervously. She knows it's not what she wants to talk about. Come on, Charlotte, open up to me. Open your mind. I guess it depends on whether or not you like Shakespeare. Yeah, kind of. He's not as bad as everyone says, anyway. Well, then you'll probably find it very funny. Ah, that's good. More silence. That's obviously not what she really wanted to ask. I can't take this anymore. I'm just going to ask her. Is there something wrong, Charlotte? No, not at all. I'm fine. I give her a look. It's just... this is a weird question, Mr. Rook. But do you think she was telling the truth? Who? Oh, Kendall. She said she was going to talk to a teacher, but do you think maybe she was just lying so she could avoid me? I'm taken aback by the question. I don't think so, of course, but why would she think that? Why do you ask that? Does she seem like she would do that? I don't know, but even now that we're talking again, she's always seemed so reluctant to actually really talk with me. We never really say anything of value, and it always feels like she's uncomfortable being with me. And it's not like she's talking to me on Amy or either. I guess that's true, now that she mentions it. Although, I don't think her understanding is quite right. Well, as much as anyone can understand Kendall. I don't think she actually can stand me anymore. I feel like I should just talk to her and tell her that she doesn't have to make excuses. Would you really do that? No, because I'm selfish. Selfish? She stops, as if only now she's realised what she's been saying. As if only now she realises how emotionally vulnerable she clearly is. Promise not to repeat a word of this, Mr. Rook? Of course not. She still has trouble coming up with the words. Were you aware that we used to be a couple? We only broke up a few weeks ago. Well, I have to stop myself from saying of course. I have to give it a moment's thought. I knew it, of course, but how did I know it? Did I read about it on Emmy Connect, or did someone also mention it in front of me? If he says possibly, I may have possibly been aware of such events occurring by... damn it, I really don't know. Say I knew or say I didn't know? I want her to tell us, you know, so that she opens up, but damn it. I'd love to end the episode here. And just let you guys sort of choose for me, but that's not really something I can do. Do I say I knew or do I say I didn't know? Say it isn't so. Say I didn't. No, I'm gonna go with say I didn't know. It's not worth taking the chance. No, I didn't know, but it explains a lot. Yeah. Have you ever had a perfect thing before, Mr. Rook, and ruined it? Man, what a question. More than once, actually. I'd love to say it gets easier, but it doesn't. No, I'd imagine not. Still, I miss everything about the way things were. Kendall is just so perfect. Are you still in love with her? I don't know. How can you tell when you're in love? Is it just like all the songs or all the movies? If it's not like that, does it mean I'm not in love? Tough questions. Yeah, tell me about it. All I know is that I can't bring myself to give up on her, even though she's clearly not interested in me anymore. Maybe that's how you know it's love, because it makes me act awful. I stare at her, giving it a long, thoughtful pause. She's wrong, of course. She seems unusually dense, too. I can tell that Kendall wouldn't be friendly just for the sake of appearances. I think anyone could tell that. What she sees in her, I have no idea, and I don't want to play either matchmaker or cheerleader for teenage girls. Give me an A! A! I haven't read these messages in a long time, but I don't get how she could be so wrong. I'm gonna read them now. Oh, it's just Taylor. And Nolan. Of course, you shouldn't put him over me. That's alright. I'm really glad that you're happy with him, by the way. I was so worried because I know you're not gay, but I'm glad you're able to make him happy in spite of that. It can't be easy. That's very brave of you. Huh. Why don't we get together Monday at lunch? There are some things I need to say that I think need to be said in person. Okay, I understand. Let's do that. It's a date then. Well, it may not be a date, but... okay, it's a date. Why not just ask if she wants to get back together? She seems stunned at the proposition. I don't think you understand, Mr. Rook. I was the one who broke up with her. If anyone has to make the move, it's her. It's out of my hands. Wait, why did you break up with her if you're the one that loves her? What's the harm in trying? What's the worst that could happen? Oh, don't say that, Mr. Rook. John. Yeah, John. That's a bloody terrible thing to say, John. Ugh. I could lose her. I could cause her to just finally stop even trying to put up with me at all. I can't. She takes a long, deep sigh, trying the hardest to calm herself back down. I feel bad for getting her so worked up. I guess that wasn't the right approach for her at all. Damn it. I'm always choosing the wrong goddamn options. I don't want to lose her. Well, I pause again considering my approach. You said you weren't sure what love feels like, right? That's right. Well, in my experience, it means you know it's worth the risk. Love means you'll try anyway, even if you know for absolute certain you'll get shot down, because you have to. In all my experience, which isn't much, that's what it seems that love is really all about. So I think that's what it comes down to. Are you still in love with her? She's silent, and I can't tell if she's contemplating the question or just thinks that I'm crazy. Probably just thinks that you're crazy because you are. It's probably a little of both. She looks down, and there's a long silence. Neither of says a word, and I don't know what to say. After what feels like the longest time without saying anything, at long last, Kendall returns. Sorry bro, am I interrupting anything? Charlotte takes a moment to calm down. No, not at all. We were just talking about the play we're going to study. Oh, balls. Already? For reals? I'm afraid so. It's time to get to class. Yeah. Ovo. She starts to leave just as soon as she came, and Charlotte starts packing up too. Hey, Charlotte? Sorry. Yes, Mr. Rook? Then I try to think of what to tell her. Tell her to just trust me that Kendall's interested. Wish her good luck. Oh, she ain't gonna care if you wish her good luck. That's kind of just like a, hey, break a leg, you know. We're gonna tell her to trust me that Kendall's interested. Do you trust me, Charlotte? Of course I do. You're my teacher. I think you should do it. I can promise you that it'll turn out well. With the most absolute certainty. Oh, I didn't ask for that sort of... That's not fair. I did not want him to assure her 100% positive outcome on this. No, that's not gonna work. God damn it. Shit. I'm not at all happy with this now. I can guarantee it. I think you really just asked. How can you be so sure? Yeah, it was a long shot. I definitely can't possibly explain how I know. I couldn't, ever. Just trust me. I promise. Well, thanks, Mr. Roke. She turns and walks off to join Kendall. I lean back, staring at what's left of my lunch. Half of it's still sitting on my desk. What an intense conversation. I never thought about Charlotte that way before. She's always just been the smart, focused one. I can only wonder how things will work out, but I sure hope it's well. That evening. I still have my work cut out for me. Thanks to my sudden last-minute lesson change. I'm definitely starting to regret this. I don't have nearly enough prepared. My god, 8 messages. I wonder what my own high school teachers would have done. I know the answer. Wasted several entire days by getting the class to read the entire play out loud. Alright, Kendall. Wow, he's really taking it seriously, isn't he? Yeah, wow, for reals. Wait, how long is this one? Hey Taylor, can I ask you a favor? Can I get you to cover for me again? Of course, lol! You do know your parents never actually do call though. I don't know what the point there is. I'll do it though. So, where are you going? I'm feeling crazy depressed. I'm going to go drop by my boyfriend's apartment, see if he's willing to keep me company. I just want to be with someone, you know? You just want to be with someone, so long as that someone is a hot man over twice your age with badass dyed hair. Major sad face. Oh, don't be that way. You don't want to spend the evening dealing with my moping. No, I honestly don't, but I can't give you hot makeouts either. Oh, I don't know, I think maybe you could. Which is probably what you really need anyway. You don't have to justify it. Have fun with them. Alright. Oh, damn it. I'm determined not to do that. I'm not going to be that kind of lazy prick. Nobody learns anything that way. They just get more confused. Damn my standards. Damn them. I'll try, but really, I do just want to spend some time with him. It's not about that at all. Is she talking about me? Does she consider me her boyfriend? I really hope not. It's not about that at all. I really just do want the company, but thanks for covering me. For me. I really appreciate it. Anyway, I'm going to head over now. I'll talk to you in the morning. I thought we just had like a one night fling kiss thing and then it was over. That was when I found out that she was actually only like 16. That was... yeah. Just back away from that one before they put the handcuffs on me and Chris Hansen walks in. Why don't you take a seat? Just take a seat over here. Well, so much for working tonight. I already know who that is before I open the door and let her into my tiny apartment. Oh god. So she was talking about me. Alright. Well, I'm going to end it there, guys, anyway. Like I said, I am sorry that this is a very short episode, but I didn't really have much choice. I really need to get some sleep and get ready for the weekend coming up. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and regular viewing shall resume next week sometime, hopefully. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and bye.